it's me, Rachit, back here again. So now, I'm gonna be giving you a list of 7 disrupting technologies that are gonna rule our future. Okay, I'm gonna be telling the list, give you a brief introduction to it, and later, in later videos, I'm gonna be explaining about them separately, so you all can have a good, a knowledge about it. So, let's start with the first one. What is first one? Artificial intelligence. Okay, what is artificial intelligence? AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial, something that's man-made, something that's not natural, right? What's intelligence? Intelligence is like something where it can take information, use that information to create something new, or etc. So and so. So right, that's like a brain. Brain also functions that way. Human brains as well. So brain, intelligence, brain, artificial brain. So this is basically an artificial brain created by humans so that it can help us in our daily lives. So take an example, ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, DeepSeek. Normal AIs we all use in our lives, right? To help our lives make it easier, right? Like, supposed to do my homework, maybe, I know you guys do. So yeah, for example, homework, we can learn something from it, we can learn the new trending topics, anything like that, right? Anything like that. So yeah, and I'm gonna be going more deep into that later and how it works as well. But there are also types of artificial intelligence, AI, like artificial narrow intelligence, like normal AI, agentic AI, generative AI. These all are types of AIs. There are more, but these are just the 3 common ones. So yeah, there are a lot of AIs, okay? I'm going to be explaining about the types of them and everything as well. So let's move on to the second disrupting technology. Let's go. The second disrupting technology, IoT. So what is IoT, right? Internet of Things. Now, I just want you to think of Internet of Things. So what is it? Take an example. Normal physical objects like chair, backpack, books, and all these are connected to the internet so that they can collect the data and in their surroundings share that data to work more effectively or do some task. So that is basically IoT. I'm gonna get much more deep into it. This might not really, you might not understand it, but it's gonna be very easy, guys. It's a very easy topic. I'm gonna be telling you about that in the next video, actually. So let's move on to the third disrupting technology. Let's go. What is the third disrupting technology? So the third disrupting technology is CRISPR, gene editing. Now, I think you guys might know this term, right? CRISPR, gene editing. So what is CRISPR? It is a tool. It's a bio tool, it's a biotechnological tool. So this tool, basically what it does, scientists use this tool so they can change our DNA. Yeah, DNA, which inherit our parental information, like past information, so that we can also execute our past, our parents, traits and everything, right? DNA, So we can edit that DNA. It's like, suppose if my father was good at maths, we can edit that to make it he was good in science, so that even I'll be good in science, right? So we can edit the DNA, and it's very useful in a lot of medical cases, with problems, diseases in DNA, genetic diseases. I'll also give you a real quick example. So our eyes, okay? What if we have a disease that makes us blind? So we can edit the DNA. Like normally a disease, suppose my grandfather was blind, right? And I am a normal kid. When I grow up, even I inherit that thing, like the blindness, and even I become blind because of the genetical disorder, right? In the past. So we can also change the DNA so that I won't become blind in the future. Suppose like that, just an example, okay? Much more examples are coming soon. So, yeah. So let's move on to the fourth disrupting technology. Let's go. Yeah, what is the fourth disrupting technology? So the fourth disrupting technology is quantum computing. So now, I'm pretty sure you might actually heard this because it's actually kind of common actually. So quantum computing. unlike our normal laptops, okay, like a normal laptop, I'm pretty sure you all have it in your home. They use normal bits, 1, 0 or 1, right? They use normal bits. I'll tell what are bits later, but they use normal bits. But in quantum computing, they use qubits, quantum bits, so that it can work much more advanced, much more faster, and everything, right? So, and more complex. So they can think of multiple possibilities at once. So now, suppose I'll give you an analogy, okay? There are 8 boxes. 8 boxes, okay? 8 boxes. So one of the box has a treasure chest in it, okay? So now, if you ask our normal computer, normal, laptop, to find the treasure chest, it's gonna manually check every box to find the treasure chest. But unlike our normal computer, quantum computing, it checks all of the boxes at once, so it can find the treasure chest, much faster instead of manually checking every single one. So like, yeah, multiple possibilities. That's because of superposition. I'm gonna get to that later. So yeah, that's the 4th disrupting technology, quantum computing. Now let's get on the 5th one. Okay, so time for the 5th disrupting technology. So nanotechnology. It's nanotechnology. So now you might be thinking, what is nano? We know technology, but what is nano? Okay, so nano is something that's very, very, very small. Not like a small part of dust or something, like a small piece of dust. It's much, much more small. I'll give you an example to know how small it is. Okay, so imagine a piece of hair, just like one single hair. Yeah, just one single hair. That is 80,000 to 100,000 nanometers wide. Now, how big is nanotechnology objects? Okay, that's 1 to 100 meters wide, nanometers wide. So like, if a single piece of hair is in the 180,000s, then one nanotechnology object is in 1 to 100. So you can just imagine how small it is. It's like 10,000, 80,000 x smaller. It's that small, guys. So yeah, with an example, I'll tell you how it actually works, okay? So, suppose I have cancer, okay? So, what cancer? Like, when you have cancer, there are cancer cells. Cancer cells are basically bad bacteria which are ruining your body, right? So, I have cancer cells, and I'm taking normal medicine, right, for cancer. So, when I take the medicine is working. Sometimes the medicine doesn't work. It doesn't kill the cancer cell. It kills some other good cell, right? So when you take the normal medicine, it functions, it works in unnecessary parts which cancer cells aren't there. So the unnecessary parts, so it'll just make the cancer more severe, it'll just spread around. So normal medicine sometimes isn't that effective or functional. But medicine which is made of nanotechnology can, it knows the way, it knows where the cancer cells are. So it effectively just kills the cancer cell instead of going to unnecessary areas, right? So yeah, that's much more effective. So yeah, nanotechnology, medicine, that's a part of medical field. So now let's get on with the 6th disrupting technology. So now time for the 6th disrupting technology. So 6th disrupting technology is biotechnology. So what is bio, right? So bio is like something biological, like us humans, right? Like animals, all these bacteria, all like the living organisms, right? So that's biological, that is bio, right? So now, what is biotechnology? So biotechnology is actually a very broad field. Like, there's not one thing about biotechnology, there's like many things. Like earlier I said, CRISPR, right? Gene editing, CRISPR. That's a part of biotechnology. And there's another part of biotechnology as well, lab-grown meat. Meat is literally grown by lab. It's like meat comes from killing animals. Meat comes from living organisms like animals that we eat, like chicken, beef, and all these, right? So instead of killing the animals, we can grow the meat by lab. So yeah, it's crazy, I know. I'll get to that later in biotechnology as well. So yeah, that's the 6th disrupting technology, biotechnology. It's a very broad field. There are going to be multiple videos about it. So yeah, so time for the last disrupting technology. time for the seventh disrupting technology, and the last one for today's video as well. So what is blockchain technology? So what is blockchain technology exactly, right? So blockchain technology is a digital record book which keeps a record of our transactions or finance information majorly. So it keeps a record of all of the transactions we did, so that you know so that we won't get hacked or our personal data doesn't get corrupted in the finance related and financially, right? So our personal data, like our credit card information and all these, don't get leaked. So yeah, blockchain keeps a record of them, so that next time if you like if you get scammed, for like example, like somebody scammed you, okay? Somebody's selling in the crypto, okay, cryptocurrency and all these. Somebody's selling a coin. Let's call it Rachit coin, okay? So he's selling the Rachit coin, but that coin, like, what do you call it? It's a scam. And suppose me, Rachit, I bought the Rachit coin from somebody who's selling it, but it's a scam. I bought that. So that transaction is in the record book. So if I get scammed and if I need evidence for the cybersecurity and all those cyber police and all these, if I need evidence to tell them I got scammed, or generally the website they can give like a refund and everything. So the blockchain, so it basically records the transaction we did, like me getting scammed. It records the transaction, so it can be as evidence for the police to know that I actually got scammed. And it also keeps shows the information of the person who's selling the Rachit coin, so that I can know that he's a scammer and I can get him out of this website, out of that state. So yes guys, that's all for today's video. I'm gonna be telling about all of them separately, much more better, much more detailed, much more easier, much more creative, and much more better in general. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, these are the 7 disrupting technologies. We're gonna get into that later in the separate videos. So okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for those 7 separate videos, okay? It's gonna be very good. You're gonna get a lot of knowledge as well. So that's it folks, and I'm out.